Hey guys, I'm gonna try talking for 30 minutes as a shy, quiet person who never talks. So let me go ahead and start this timer for 30 minutes. I'm gonna put it up here so you guys can follow along with me, hopefully. I don't even know if you can see that. Also, this microphone it's not even plugged in. It's no use, but I feel a little bit more comfortable holding it, but maybe that's weird. So yeah, why I'm doing this is because I need to get better at talking. Growing up, I was the shy, quiet kid who would never say a word. I also have a lot of anxiety in social situations, but I feel like because I never talked out in public, my talking skills are a little bit behind the average person, if you know what I mean. In this video, there's probably going to be awkward pauses, times where I'm not going to know what to say. In my train of thought, I don't even know if my train of thought has any tracks at this point. So I've discovered I've gotten better at one-on-one conversation, but when it's more than like two people in a group setting, I freak out. I don't know what to say. So I just default to not saying anything at all. Oh gosh, where do I go with this? So I think naturally I was always, okay, I feel stupid using this now. I'm just gonna get comfy and talk. So naturally I was always a quiet kid, but I think even more so there were situations because I was a quiet kid and everyone was like, oh my gosh, you're so quiet. Like, why do you never talk? People would say that is a bad thing. And then it would make me insecure. And I'm like, okay, because society views it as like a bad thing if you're quiet, which I don't think is necessarily right. I think it's okay to be quiet. There are times you need to speak, but I took that as I'm going to take an initiative to try to talk more in group settings and with people and just be friendlier and chattier. But then as I started to do that, because of my anxiety, I would end up saying really weird, awkward things in groups, or just like not really like knowing what to say. So what I would say, people would just ignore it, or maybe they were just being mean. I don't know. I would like to think it's because what I said was awkward. They would just ignore it, and then that would crush my soul because I was like making an attempt to put myself out there. And then when no one would acknowledge me or respond to me, my soul would immediately be crushed. And then it was the same thing when in class I would, oh, hi, Sunny. Oh, yeah. I need to, if I get a chance to show you my dogs on camera today, I'll have to do that because they haven't been on camera in a while. Oh, you can kind of see Sunny. Hi, baby. You got your toy. Yeah, oh, you're so sweet. I love you. Yeah, so in class, I would have like a banger one-liner joke and I would say it, but because I was soft-spoken, not a lot of people would hear it, just like the people right next to me. And then it's that situation where, of course, the louder kid in the class hears it and they're like, oh my gosh, that's a banger thing to say. So they repeat it louder. That happened a couple times to me, and then the whole class is like, oh my gosh, haha, like, funny. It was like a banger thing to say, and then that person gets all the credit and then I didn't, and then that crushed my soul too and like made me just not want to talk ever, because anytime I tried to talk it just wouldn't work out for me. So then I just embraced being a shy, quiet kid. You are being so sweet. And then Katie's here too. Kate's a little bit shorter though, so you can't see her. They're very happy puppies. I am kind of sad that I feel like for some reason, they just don't come into the room when I'm filming a lot anymore, so you guys don't get to see them. And that breaks my heart because they use, Sunny especially, but Kate sometimes, they used to always want to be in the same room as me, and now they're getting older and they just don't care. Like, they'll go off on their own during the day and nap or chew on a bone in another room, and it breaks my heart because they don't, I don't know, they just don't want to be around me all the time anymore. You're so cute. You got some eye boogers. I need to get those out. Yeah, so now that I've unpacked my not my whole childhood, but that portion of it, that also, sorry if they're hitting the tripod and shaking it. It's okay. They're just puppies. They don't know what they're doing. I feel like some of you might relate to that though, because being a quiet kid, you always get You always get a hard time from people who are like, why don't you talk? Like, what's wrong with you? But if it were reversed the other way, and I were to go up to someone and be like, why are you so loud? Why do you talk so much? That would be considered so rude. Like, I'm like talking with my hands and it was more like a pet. Yeah, that would be considered so rude. But when people are like, why are you so quiet? It's okay for people to say that. I don't know. Kind of messed up. I think justice for the quiet kids. I would rather be quiet than talk too much, because sometimes there's some people who just don't know when to stop talking. But yeah, I think to an extent, I do acknowledge I do need to get better about talking. So long story short, this is why I'm talking to a camera, but this is not the same thing as talking to someone in person, because obviously, like, I am talking to you guys, but you can't give me responses in real time where I have to think. Because when I'm in a setting where I have to, like, come up with an answer, but I'm also anxious because I'm in a public setting, then my brain stops working and then makes conversation hard. But I have made attempts to get better at it. I think I'm definitely a lot better than I was 10 years ago in high school. I've been out of high school for 10 years. Nine years. That's really scary. I'm getting older, but that's okay. I don't mind getting older. I'm actually kind of excited to turn 30. I think 30 is a cool age, but maybe not everyone thinks that. Oh, girl, you are shedding. Yeah, guys, if you ever get a golden retriever, be prepared for so much shedding. I can't keep up with all the fur that's in the house, but they're the sweetest dogs ever. I wouldn't trade her for any other dog. I love you. And Kate too. Kate sheds a whole bunch as well, but I love her so much. You guys, I always tell them they are the best two dogs in the world, but of course I'm biased. I'm sure everyone thinks their dogs are the best dogs in the world. You guys are being so sweet. Wait, what time is it? Oh, this went blank. Oh, okay. We're at 22 minutes. Wow, I've already been talking for 8 minutes. This is flying by. Around 3 p.m. So they normally eat at 5 p.m. At like 3 p.m., which I don't think it's that late yet, Sunny will start like jumping on me and giving me attention because of the sole purpose that she just wants her dinner now. That's her favorite time. I shouldn't have said that word because now they're gonna go crazy. But yeah, she'll come and bother me whenever she wants fed. And it's just too early. I'm sorry. Okay, what else can I talk about? I feel like this isn't going anywhere super interesting. Oh, I'm wearing a Chiefs hoodie. So I've had this for so long, and anytime I'd wear it on camera, I would get a bunch of comments like, ew, the Chiefs, basically like a bunch of hate for it, but mostly like not in like a super hateful way. But now it's cool to like the Chiefs because Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. And guys, I already had this, okay? And imagine the Chiefs are probably selling so much more merch just because Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. But yeah, I've had this for a while because I think my mom got it on sale. Then she gave it to Eden. Eden didn't want it, so Eden gave it to me. And here we are. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how... Taylor Swift, like, is she the most famous person right now? Because it feels like she is. She's an excellent songwriter, excellent performer. I love her. But, like, the level of fame that she has achieved is, like, so insanely wild. And then, yeah, it seems like that's all I see on social media is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Which is okay. Not mad about it. Oh no, what's that noise? Sunny, what's that noise? Yeah, I became a Taylor Swift fan, I think, when she released 1989 is when I was like, okay, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I did like some of the songs from Red. I liked 22 and the song Red. I'm trying to think what other songs I liked from that album. Like, I would listen to those, but I wasn't like, I love Taylor Swift. I think it was when 1990, 1989 came out, I was like, yes, I love this album. No skips. And then Reputation. Reputation is probably my favorite of hers. Excellent album. Okay. I don't want this to like turn into a whole Taylor Swift video, because I don't know if like every single one of you listens to her, so yeah, you probably do. I feel like everyone listens to Taylor Swift. Okay, what else can I talk about though? I also wonder, okay, you know how people have crutch words like basically like those type of things? I'm interested to watch this back and see if I'm saying like a lot, because I used to say like every other word, and it's so annoying. So I hope I'm not doing that. I become so self-aware, but then when I start talking, I forget that I do those things, and I'm trying not to do that because I want to speak more eloquently. Although my vocabulary is not that great. That's okay though. What else? Oh my gosh, why am I coughing? It's okay. I kind of figured that this would happen. We have 18 minutes left. I kind of figured that I would not know what to say next. Let's talk about grocery stores and how everything is a scam. Things that I thought were healthy apparently are not healthy. I think this is also another bad thing about me endlessly scrolling on TikTok, is that there's an overwhelming amount of information out there. How you'll come across these health gurus who are like, yeah, this snack that's marketed as healthy is actually not, because it has this ingredient and this ingredient that cause cancer. And it's almost like everything that I thought I knew is not true, or like things that I thought were healthy are actually not. And then you question, what do I actually know that is true? And it seems like nowadays everything causes cancer, so I don't even know how to live correctly. And it's the whole thing. If you drink too much water, you can die, but if you don't drink enough, then you also die. So it's what I'm not doing anything right. Like, how do you live? It's kind of crazy how complicated it is to I don't know. Some people would probably argue and be like, it's not that complicated. Just shop in the produce aisle and get your meat all organic. Oh, and then I saw another thing on TikTok the other day. This girl, she was saying, don't buy your peanut butter in plastic jars because they heat it up before they put it in, and then all the plastic chemicals, forever chemicals, are getting into the peanut butter and are toxic. And I've never seen peanut butter in a glass jar though. She's like, only get it in a glass jar. And then in the comments, people are like, where do you get peanut butter in a glass jar? She's like, it's really hard to find it, but just like look around. I've never seen. So what do you do? To a point, I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses, but like it's really hard. And I do try to eat healthy. I do make efforts to eat healthy, but I think it's like unrealistic to avoid every single thing that's bad. And I'm a big fan of in moderation. So there might, I'll have a couple Oreos in moderation, and I think that's fine. I have a big sweet tooth, so I should have brought water over here. I forgot that talking, because I never do this, talking makes your voice so dry. That's another thing, is I've noticed when I've tried to talk more, I start losing my voice just because I don't use my voice a lot. Crazy stuff. Like, it's weird how talking a lot is, when you don't do it and then you do it, you realize it drains you. Especially after I go to social events for like even an hour or two, I come home and I'm like, I'm so exhausted. I'm way more exhausted than I feel I should be after being social for only an hour. So, life of an introvert. What if I was doing that and this wasn't recording? I'm pretty sure it's recording. That's one of my fears, is when I'm filming a video and then it's not actually recording. I don't know if that's ever happened. I feel like I've lost clips that I've thought I've recorded, but I don't think I've ever lost, oh, I probably shouldn't say this. I don't think I've ever lost a big chunk of footage or where I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So hopefully it stays that way. Because refilming is not the most fun experience when you've already done something and then you have to redo it again and like act like it's happening for the first time. YouTube has become a crazy place. I feel like videos like this would used to pop off, but now it's like super highly produced everything. And it's not super personal anymore. Maybe that's just me who feels that way, but I feel like you have to really have like shock factor, over the top, crazy cuts, crazy edits, where it used to be like someone just sitting down and talking to a camera was the core of it. But yeah, now it's, you gotta be doing like crazy things left and right to keep the viewer engaged. Yeah. Where are we at? 13 minutes, let's go. I feel like I'm actually doing a lot better at this than I thought I would. I thought I was gonna be sitting in complete silence with myself, which I have for a little bit, but I've been doing okay. Oh, another thing is owning a house. I'm convinced there will never be a time that something's not broken. You fix one thing and then another thing breaks, which I'm so very grateful to own a home. It's awesome owning a home and having my own place, but you will always be fixing something. So that is appealing when I was renting, is if something breaks, you just call maintenance. It's their problem. They come, they fix it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to get quotes for anything, look around, like figure out what you want to do. Do you buy new? Do you try to repair the thing that's broken? So yeah. The other day, flipped on a light switch, it popped, and now a light's not working. The microwave just broke, or I don't know if it's broken. It's doing a weird buzzing thing, so I had to unplug it. Yeah. When you own a home, there's always something. Ain't there, sunshine? Sunshine, you wouldn't know about that. You live here rent-free. You're being so sweet. Why are you being so sweet? It's because you want food. I know it's because you want food. Me too. I actually need to eat lunch. But I ate breakfast late, so I wasn't really hungry. But now I need lunch. But what I was gonna eat needs to be microwaved. And the microwave's broken, so Sunny, what do I do? This is not an ideal situation. What do I eat? Trying to decide what to eat for 3 meals a day takes a lot more work than you would think. I kind of miss being a kid when my mom would just figure it all out. This is another thing. Like, you don't realize how much your mom actually did to the full extent until you become an adult. And then I'm sure when you become a mother or parent yourself, then you realize, like, to even the fullest extent, how much mothers do. Because my mom would make our lunches for school. Then, you know, obviously she was deciding what to make for dinner every night. Kind of crazy. Moms do a lot, don't they, Sunny? Yeah, especially when you don't have any cravings and you don't really feel like anything in specific. It's hard to decide what to eat. Making decisions is hard. Decision fatigue It's all the little decisions that don't seem like a big deal. It's like, oh, just choose something. Like, choose what to wear, choose what to eat. It's not that hard. There's so many options. But then I think all those little decisions throughout the day, there's so many of them, you can get decision fatigue. And this is a real thing, I'm pretty sure. I think there's studies on it. And that's why some of these super rich people, they only have like 2 outfits that they wear, because that's one less decision they have to make in the morning, because they're making so many like high stakes, big decisions throughout the day. They don't want to have to think about the small things. They don't want to have to use their energy to think, what shirt am I going to wear today? They just pick from the same 10 shirts that they have that are all the exact same. So maybe I should start doing that. I really need water. Is this, how much longer? I can wait nine minutes without water. I think I'll survive. Maybe. Maybe not. I also want to know about the conspiracy theory with chapstick. I use chapstick all the time, several times throughout the day, but I think I heard a conspiracy theory somewhere that using it, it actually starts to dry out your lips more, so then you have to use more of it, and then you're gonna go and buy more. So it like makes you feel good for a minute or two, but then it keeps drying out your lips. I don't know if that's true, allegedly. Allegedly, this is what I've heard. I will still be buying and using chapstick, but makes you think. Or I also heard that about Bath and Body Works, that they put something, some type of ingredient or chemical that actually dries out your skin, so you keep using more of it. Which would, I mean, it would make sense if you want to make lots of money. That would. But then that's also, allegedly, that's also kind of messed up. So my new favorite thing is saying allegedly, because there are instances where influencers can get sued for defamation or whatever if you don't say allegedly. In my opinion, that would be messed up if they do that. I don't think, I haven't shopped at Bath and Body Works in so long, because for Christmases, my mom would always get me the lotion from there, or like body spray. So I have so much stocked up. I think I'm set for life. Really think I'm set for life, guys. Okay, now I feel like we're at 7 minutes. I feel like I've ran out of everything to talk about. I mean, here, I'm proud of myself because I had no plan for this video. The only thing I really thought to talk about was to start it off with why I'm doing it, and kind of my background is a shy person with social anxiety and not really talking. But other than that, trying to think on my feet and talk to the camera and getting no response. Oh, comment things. Comment if you agree with me, if you disagree. I don't know if I've said anything I don't know, comment your thoughts. Who can relate? I'm also interested to see how much I talked with my hands. I feel like I do that quite a bit. Yeah, I feel like it's an interesting thing. If you're an introvert and you don't talk a lot, if you're shy, if you're quiet, I feel like this could be a case study. Putting introverts in front of a camera and telling them to talk for 30 minutes and just see what happens. And then wait, no, this could get crazy. And then putting someone who never stops talking in front of a camera and just see how the conversation, or this isn't, well, it will be a conversation once you guys can respond to this, but kind of seeing where it goes with the person who talks a lot or who has talked a lot in their life versus someone like me who'd never really talked, and just like seeing the differences and analyzing it. I feel like that could be interesting. Get statistics like, oh, the shy person paused this many times in their statements. That, okay, maybe I'm just a nerd, and I would find that really interesting, but I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. Or, oh, wait, no, another one is how many times they repeat the same thing. Because you know how sometimes in conversation you'll like say the same thing, but then reiterate it in different wording? Who does that more? Because I feel like I actually do that a lot. Is I'll say something and then I'll say it again, but with different wording, because I'm trying to fill the empty space, but I don't really know how to do that so well. Where are we at? I'm so nervous. Okay, 4 more minutes left. What do I end this on? I need a banger topic to end this on, but I don't know. I also get so nervous about saying something that I didn't mean to say. Because sometimes I say things that I don't mean, or it comes out, it sounds wrong when I listen to it back. I'm like, oh, that's actually not what I meant. Because when you're trying to talk, but you don't do a lot of talking, you have a hard time, I can't talk. You have a hard time articulating your thoughts exactly how you're thinking them or accurately. So then I'll say things and then it'll come out sounding not as nice as I thought it did. And then I'm like, oh no, people are gonna misinterpret this because I did not even say it close to how I was actually thinking and feeling it. So that's another one of my fears, is that once I start talking more, I'm gonna say things that I didn't mean and be misunderstood, which I mean is fine. I feel like every influencer probably says things that get misinterpreted just because, yeah. How do you articulate like your thoughts to extreme accuracy? Maybe one day I'll get there. Probably not. Sonny, you're so sweet. You're falling asleep. You's falling asleep? Wow. Okay, this might be my max. I might have to be done, but I got 2 more minutes, and I'm not a quitter. I'm no quit. Well, I've quit sometimes. I think sometimes it's healthy to quit if it's something that hasn't been good for you, or it's a toxic situation. It's okay to quit, guys. If it's giving you like a whole bunch of mental breakdowns and bad for you, you should probably quit. If it's something illegal, you should probably quit. But if it's something that's good for you and it just takes like a little bit more perseverance, endurance, then you should probably not quit. Am I delusional, or is that's like a really profound thing I just said? Sometimes it's okay to quit. I would be a great motivational speaker if I can get this speaking thing down. But then, okay, sometimes I say things that I think are really profound and banger, but then other people don't think they are. So I think I am delusional. Or I'll make a piece of content and I'll be rolling at it. I'll be thinking that it's the funniest thing I've ever made, and then I post it and it just doesn't do well. Maybe it's the algorithm's fault, but there are times I do that and I'm like, man, was this not as funny as I thought it was? Happens more often than not. Okay, I hope this video was overall positive and not too complainy, because I hate complaining. I don't think I really complained. I mean, I voiced like some things that are kind of annoying. 30 seconds. Oh my gosh, 30 seconds left. No way. No way. I actually did this. Okay, I'm really proud of myself. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this. I thought it... Actually, no, I'm going to watch this back and be like, this is so awkward. I did not do a good job. But right now, right now in this moment, I feel proud of myself that I actually talked for 30 minutes. Now I just got to learn to talk better when in a group of people. Group settings is where I freak out, honestly. I did it. Yes! Yes, Sunny. Sunny, I did it. I can talk. I can express opinions and stuff. All right, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.